Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Cliff London Uncensored. I'm the host, Cliff London, of course. Whew. You guys, first of all, I don't know if you've noticed, but I finally clawed my way out of the algorithm enough to get to that milestone of 100 subscribers. Yes! I'm very pleased. Thank you, everybody who subscribed. Thank you, everybody who changed the video. It's baby steps, but I'm happy about it. It's a good thing. Now, that being said, I want to. Okay, Amy Coney Barret, the Supreme Court Justice nominee. I've spent the last few hours at work and then on the train ride home looking her up. And if it's just reaffirmed how truly nutty and gone these leftists are. Okay? Follow me here on this one. And you guys can tell me in the comment section what you think. So we have Amy Coney Barret. First of all, before they even knew about the children, they were calling her racist and stuff just because Donald Trump liked her. They even tried to use Ruth Bader Ginsburg's death as a way to honor her wishes. It's like, whoa. You know, in her final hours, and rest in peace, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, by the way. But it's like, okay, first of all, I doubt the truth of that. I'll at least question that. Second of all, it's like, really, you're gonna get political on your? That's what you're thinking about in your final? Okay, anyway. But politics is a dirty ass business in general. So they need to just get the hell on with that, because they were just using that anyway. They don't care about Ruth Bader Ginsburg's final words, especially Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She don't give a fuck about shit. Ruth Bader Ginsburg's final words, man, she don't care. She just saw it as a platform to start talking crap and spreading her bullshit rhetoric and hateful message and divisive comments. Anyway, back to Amy Coney Barret. So this woman, in my research, she's adopted, and this is something that you don't even have to dig deep for, but is, whenever I hear leftist news say something's bad, I always take it with a big ass truckload of salt. The salt they put on the streets in winter. Because these people are crazy. And here's why. So, Amy Coney Barret adopted 3 black kids from Africa. She went to the source. Okay, she adopted 3 black children from Haiti. One in 2005 and another one I can't recall right now, but it was after a great earthquake. And also, these leftists were trying to bag on the fact that she's Catholic. Which, in general, by the way, these people that get all bent out of shape about religions, listen, most of them have a good code. A good something to live by. We all need it. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Catholic or anything. I consider myself very spiritual, and I believe in a higher power. But if I feel like with religion, if people live by that code and they truly live it, it doesn't matter whether you think it's true or not. We all need something to get by. And I say that because they tried to attack this woman's religion. She's Catholic. And yada, 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 the priest, the this, the that. Okay, yeah. You could criticize fucking humanity all day long, and you're not going to get anywhere. So let's just stick to the thing. So the woman's Catholic. And there is no doubt in my mind, I'd bet good money that that woman was sitting there watching the news, and she said to herself, something tugged at her heart, and she felt like, man, we got the money. She probably sat the rest of her family down, the white kids that she already has and her husband, and said, what do you guys think about adopting these little black children from Haiti? And all those white folk collectively went, knowing that, you're making them part of your family. It's not like buying a puppy. And they all agreed. Her whole family, and it's a large family, they agreed to not just throw money at, but to help. Those kids aren't going to want for shit. They're going to have great opportunities and probably help make the world a better place because they're not going to think all fucked up like the generations before. Something might actually get accomplished. And after all of that, and I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is really something that really gets to me. Because after all of that, you still have these morons out there that are trying to call this woman a racist. That are trying to say, one guy, a professor, said that she's a colonizer for doing so. I would like to know what the fuck he's talking about. I can't even, I didn't even find out the guy's name because all these wannabe Africans that, all these pro-blacks that you couldn't fucking pay them to leave the United States. All these people that talk about the motherland and shit, there were none of them that gives two shits about those kids in Haiti. They just use Africa as almost like a prop. Most of them never even been. And they're calling this woman who decided to devote resources and the most important thing, time and love. These people still call her a racist. And why? Just because Trump appointed her. And to me, it looks like a good choice. It looks like he did all right to me. She seems legit. I mean, you can't be that bad if you're going, how is this woman supposed to hate black people when she is clothing and feeding 2 or 3? And these people are still finding stuff. And you know who mostly it is? And by the way, these people, there's a lot of these pro-blacks out there that have this shit in front of their name, doctor, and they, or professor, doctor or professor. And just because you go to college, I have a college degree, okay? Just because you go to college doesn't mean that your word should just be accepted. These leftists love to do that. I mean, they do it on the right too, but leftists love to go, especially these pro-blacks. They don't want to put a professor in front of their name or a doctor in front of their name. Like there's one guy, and I'm not trying to disrespect him or bag him because I'm sure he is legit. It's just the name that I can remember right now, but it is Dr. Umar Johnson. And the man says some of the most, like I said, I respect him. I don't know him, but when I watch his stuff, he says some of the most nonsensical things ever. And it's divisive. It doesn't matter just because he says it doesn't mean it's right. Just because LeBron James says it definitely doesn't mean it's right. LeCaren LeBum James, by the way. Fuck you, by the way, LeBron James. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. And it's disturbing, you guys. Because you hear, all this rioting, all this bullshit, all this talk of Trump being divisive and all this stuff. And when the smoke fucking clears, it's these black folks, spoiled ass black folk that are calling this woman a racist for adopting black kids, but they're in the media mostly asking for that. Money. Let's be real with the shit here. Money. You know what? I would almost rather, and I'm going to just veer off of Amy Coney Barret here for a second. I think that 40 acres and a mule shit, the time has passed. But I would almost say, if some of these guys can actually prove, if you can actually prove your, ancestry all the way back to 1619, and documented and everything. Okay, what do they say? Let's say it takes $70,000 to start a business. Okay, let's say all those people go ahead and give them the $70,000. But they got to sit down with all the leaders. They got to sit down with Jesse Jackson. They got to sit with the Dr. Umars. They got to sit down with all these guys. They got to sit down with the guys. All the good race hustlers. They got to have Obama there. They got to have all these people there and sign a fucking thing. It should be like the Declaration of Independence or some shit. Sign a thing that says, hey, You are getting your 40 acres and a mule. So can we please not hear some shit every time like a black criminal gets shot? Can we not martyr them? This is why they love Breonna Taylor, because she was far away from criminals. Anyway, but after you give them that shit, I guarantee you, they would find something else. But I almost would say they would be, you know what, give these people reparations. Because all the other shit they talk about, justice, equality, inclusion, is shit that you have to earn and you can't legislate it. How can you protest and say you're protesting for equality? Basically, you're being a little bitch and saying, please like me. Please accept me. And that's some of the weakest, like, just, it's like black folks in this country are like that crazy chick that you try to break up with, but they just won't go away. They keep texting you and shit. And then they try to say, that you owe them money. I mean, it feels like there's nothing you could ever do that's good enough. And at the end of the day, back to Amy Coney Barret. But anyway, yeah. First of all, yeah, give them the shit. Let's see what happens. You know what I would think happened? They'd find something else. But the truth is, like I said before, you can't legislate that shit. You have to earn it. You have to earn that shit. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to earn it through, the acquisition of material things or money. But I would say it's more in a way of being and just not being a victim. I mean, I don't think these people realize, some of these racisters and stuff, how actually damaging what they say is to black people. Like LeBron James when he says, "Well, it's just a target on your back as black people. That's how they tell you. That's only a few syllables. And I'm scared to go out the house." That's complete bullshit. And why would you teach someone from from a child that the world is out to get you? That's no way to live. One, you're contributing to this endless infinity cycle. But the other is, what a crap. What? Why would you do that to someone? Brainwash them with shit all their life, and then they go through life thinking that white people are going to jump out the bush like, Negro. And it's just so stupid. And now they're attacking Amy Coney Barret. And Amy Coney Barret actually did what they're asking for. Did what they're whining about. She does care. She is a good person. Do you think she made that choice just to parade them around like trophies? And even so, it's not your fucking choice. Okay? I believe that they were orphans. It's not your choice. What this is really about is they're mad at 45 and they're trying to dig and find anything they can, no matter who it hurts, no matter how it affects the world. They're just selfish in their need for power. They've said it many times. They want to tear down the family structure, which is also stupid because most of them came from nuclear homes. But they're against that structure. They're against everything that our country is. Everything about it. And by the way, you couldn't pay these people to leave. And first thing that'll come out of their mouth is, my country. Oh, but you were just talking about how it's... Anyway, you get my meaning. But yeah. I just wanted to talk about that with you guys because let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you think it's fucking ridiculous that these people are trying to say Amy Coney Barret is racist because she's Catholic and adopted a couple of kids from Haiti? Is she a colonizer? Which that definition doesn't even fit the action. I'm sure they pulled some shit out of their ass to make that make sense. That's from a professor, by the way. These professors. Yeah, that's by them, by the way. These people that go, oh, well, she's a colonizer for, it's like, and I wonder if that guy's even been to Haiti. But that's for another video. For now, I'm going to go get a drink, and watch Kingdom on Netflix. My wife just sent me a text talking about she can hear me in the back. So I gotta go. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you for the 100 subscribers. It's all baby steps. And if you've liked what you heard today, please rate the video, hit a like. It helps with the algorithm. Share me with your friends. I know that kind of sounded bad, but you know what I mean. But just remember, everybody, there is no fate but what we make for ourselves. Good night, everybody. I'll talk to you later.